Hey everybody, this is Tim Hinton from marchingartseducation.com. I'm hydrating. I'm back with Jessie Harrell. Jessie, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm great. Jessie's from fit2march.com and also Fit to March on Instagram. She's here to talk about hydrating. We already talked about eating well before a performance. Why is water so important?
Tim, water is the thing that makes our body run all the time. And we know this is cliche, but did you know that your body weight is about 60% water? So if you're a 100-pound student, 60 pounds of that you're carrying around is water. So that's really important to keep ourselves hydrated, not just because our body works better that way, but it lubricates your joints. It's a shock absorber for some of your softer tissues. It helps with all the chemical processes in your body. It helps us regulate our temperature through sweat. Water is really, really important. Now, here's the thing. It will make or break a performance for a performer, especially at an elite level. And here's some of why. Your body will signal you as thirsty when your fluid volume decreases just a little bit. But before it even gets to that point, you're already experiencing performance decreases. So at the very beginning of when your blood volume level goes below its neutral point, you start to experience a strain on your heart. So your heart rate is going to go up. You are going to be out of breath sooner. It's going to take longer to catch your breath, which is pretty significant for a horn player who is running across a field and trying to play their instrument if they're slightly dehydrated. The issue with this is if we're only drinking water when we're thirsty, we're already behind on our performance level of ability. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's amazing. And it has to do with the mental capacity to really think clearly, right?
Yes, so we have to strategize how we're hydrating and stay ahead of it before we actually get thirsty. And this counts for directors and staff members on the tower too. Say it's a hot summer day or a hot fall day. If you're in Texas, we get some pretty hot days even into October, and you're up there and you're sweating and you're not thinking about your hydration because you're focusing on the feet of the performers in front of you. Your mental capacity, your fast firing cylinders in your brain are already starting to dip without you recognizing it, because this is how the body responds to dehydration, even at minimal levels.
I don't think people think about the fact that they're thirsty causing them not to think clearly. But I know this is really true. So it's very important not to wait till you're thirsty to keep yourself hydrated. Great information, Jessie. Any final tips before we go?
Sure. Let me help you guys out with some strategy for your hydration. Before you go into your rehearsal day or your rehearsal block, spend about 30 minutes sipping down a water bottle about this size. Okay, that's a good half a liter, 500 milliliters. That's going to give your body hydration and some time to process it before you go on the field. You don't want to chug it. You want to sip it. All that 30 minutes before you go. And then about half of that much every 15 minutes or so in your rehearsal block. So directors, it's really important that you're giving your students a water break every 15 to 20 minutes so that they can be processing that fluid. They can be processing all the information that you're giving them at a higher level, and they're not fighting dehydrated effects of the heart rate and the respiration rate while they're trying to play beautiful music for you.
So they're going to do better, perform better, rehearse better by giving them breaks to stay hydrated. Everybody take this very seriously. Great information, Jessie. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tim.